In cloying darkness you writhe. You cling to life by the tips of your fingers. Something takes shape in the emptiness, contours of flesh tracing along familiar lines. A withered old woman's face floating before your own. When she speaks, she has the rasping voice of a raven. Who are you? A swordsmith? A survivor? A saint? I am a dying woman. Dying? Wrong. It is not your time yet. The sundering claimed untold lives, yet you endured when your so many around you perished. What did you do to survive? Well, the closest thing to murder hobo on this list is mercenary, so let's go with that. A cold hand touches your brow. Water cools your burning throat. You kept something through all your hardships. A keepsake from a better time. What is it? For creative playstyle, story-focused playstyle, or optimization. Let's go with creative. I think that would probably be the best choice for me. Learned a new crimson pigment. Saffron pigment, okay. The fire is burning itself out, leaving you a damp shadow of your old self. You claw blindly in the darkness until more water is tipped down your throat. What do you believe in? Now the voices have abandoned the world. Ambition? Humanity can rise above the voices. I believe in the small things, continuity, freedom. We're better off without the voices. Compassion. Every small kindness is an act of defiance in a world without pity or absolutely nothing. We're going to go with freedom. Humans can adapt to anything. Defiant to the end. You can shake your fist all you like, mortal, but you cannot stop what is coming. I'll leave you with one final question, and I don't expect an answer. What will fill the silence the voices left behind? As the old woman's face retreats into inky blackness, sparks flicker into life behind her, one by one, a field of stars burning with a sticky, pale light. Like seeds taking root, they twist and expand, their tendrils branching and burrowing through the darkness until they've strangled it with light. Now wake, Smith. You still have a part to play in humanity's final act. A new day has dawned. Your eyes flutter as you regain consciousness. You're faintly surprised to find yourself alive. Either death did not come for you, or when it did, it found you unyielding. Okay. You sit up, gasping, sweat-drenched. The fever has broken. Get your bearings, or let's get our bearings. You are in a tent. There's no sign of your caretaker, apart from a half-empty water pail and a damp cloth on your brow. You peek out of the tent flap, squinting against the sunlight. Outside, as far as the eye can see, stretches a chaotic sprawl of tents and shelters, churned mud, and shallow graves. Most of your rations are gone. Your horse was already dying when the fever took you. Its body is nowhere to be seen. By now, it's likely soup, and you're on your own. On a side note, it's not ever a good idea to eat a sick animal. Especially in these times. They don't... Man, I got the typhoid, the dysentery. We've all been here before with the Oregon Trail. Remember, a lifetime being thrown from one battle to another, watching your comrades cut down in their prime, whittled from a full company to a handful of shadows. You've had enough. It was a long journey to Eren Keep through dust and despair. Your last memories are of sliding from your dying horse. Your numb legs track furrows in the mud as someone dragged you to shelter. But who? Outside the tent is a crude field forge, complete with an anvil. Did you crawl here in a daze, or did your mysterious caretaker bring you here? Either way, the anvil gives you a feeling of home. Assess the field forge's conditions. It seems to have been abandoned for some time, lacking anyone with the skill to work it, but it won't require much effort to get it running again, should you need to make a living out here. Hopefully, it won't come to that. First, you should head to the gates and try to secure entry to Eren Keep. That's why you came here, after all. Thank you for playing the Bladesong demo. This short tutorial will teach you all you need to know. Please follow it closely. Welcome to the camp, Swordsmith. People will come to you with commissions. You choose which commissions to take on. Commissions will refresh daily. Select the highlighted button to choose your first commission. Alright. Owen? When you accept a commission, you prepare a billet for your sword. Preparing the billet also costs action points. Action points replenish daily. Preparing this billet also costs steel. So we're paying an action point and 11 steel for this order, okay? Your first customer is a gaunt man in a tattered cloak. He approaches you, noticing the anvil outside your tent. You a blacksmith? Can you make me a sword? I've got the coin for it. Just make sure it's good and long. I don't like my enemies to be within hugging distance, if you get my meaning. Okay, to rotate the camera, hold the right mouse button and move the mouse. Alright. To move the camera along the blade, hold the middle mouse button or alt-right mouse. I think we'll go with alt-right. Oh, well, that didn't sound good, did it? Okay, so we can do that. To zoom in or out, use the mouse wheel. Okay. Use the tutorial flag in the top bar to revisit any information you've already seen. Okay. Customers have different requirements, which your sword must fulfill. The top left panel shows your progress towards commission requirements. Hover over the cursor of the blade length requirement to see helpful details. Alright, blade length. Required between 38 and 58%, currently 10%. The overall length of the blade measured from the base to the point. Okay, so click the plus button to add a change length ability. You can apply a light or heavy hammer hits to alter your blade. Let's start with light hits. Click on the steel billet. In order to make larger changes on your blade, you can build up strength with heavy hits. Click when the hammer is at its highest position for a heavy hit. The longer you chain heavy hits, the more your blade changes with each hit. Okay, let's see, let's get it good. Okay. My goodness, how much longer does the sword need to be? There we go. Now that the blade length requirement is met, let's flatten the blade. Click the plus button to change thickness. Feel free to use light or heavy hits as you please. Hold shift for even lighter hammer hits. So I guess the more detailed you want to get, the lighter you need to do it. So we gotta remember, hold shift for light hits. Okay, change the thickness. Okay, let's make the blade wider by using the change width ability, okay? I guess it doesn't matter where you hit it. Hammer a point on the sword. Usually customers won't accept a sword without a point. Well, yeah, it's useless. Okay. Let's zoom in. And... oops. The cross-section ability makes your blade sharp. Let's add it. This ability has two steps. First, you need to give the blade a sharp edge. Watch the cross-section display on the top right to get a better understanding of what is changing. Okay. Hammer until the blue line on the blade turns orange. Okay. Okay, the edge is now sharp. And you can further adjust the shape of the cross-section. Keep hammering until the hexagon shape becomes a diamond. Okay, so up there on the right. Great, your blade is complete. Click the hilt mode button. Oh, the hilt. Yes, yes, yes. The guard. Do we want to... Just a simple, traditional... There we go. Okay, now... Does this need to be a two-handed sword? Yes, it does. Okay, so we want to use a plain one, probably, right? And then... Like, yeah, like that. Okay. When holding the sword part, you can cycle through them using Q or E or control scroll wheel. Okay, so... Okay, so... Okay, I see here. Every part of your sword influences its physics. Watch the weight and balance meter shift as you attach a pommel. Oh, I see, up top on the left. No, we want something more balanced. Something like that. Smooth leathers? You can now detach sword parts again by clicking on the item. You will get resources back, so feel free to experiment. When you are happy with your two-handed hilt, let's make some fine adjustments to the blade. Alright. Change the width. The ability history shows all abilities that you have used on the blade. You can use this to revisit abilities and edit or delete them. The number next to the applied ability shows its intensity. Editing abilities has no cost. Feel free to experiment. Select the change width ability that you had added earlier. Press X to flip the direction of your hammer. I'm not sure why this matters. There we go. Okay, it's narrower, I see. Perfect, this commission is fulfilled. So it's time to sell the sword. Click the button above. Offer it to Owen. The man takes the sword and jabs it at his shadow experimentally. A slow grin crosses his face. This should do the trick, he says. Thank you, Smith. Here's your payment. Yes, but we didn't get to put anything on the... A nameless sword, okay. Congratulations on finishing your first sword. Another customer awaits. Oh, look at the chickens. Okay. Congratulations on finishing your first sword. Another customer awaits. His name is Landon. Word is already spreading around the camp about the new smith. Your next customer is a weary-looking man with a bald pate, his hollow eyes darting back and forth. I heard you came down with the wasting fever. Lucky to be alive you are. Anyway, if you can modify the sword for me, I scavenge it from the ruins, but it hasn't got enough of a point to it. I want something I can stab into a thief's belly if I need to. He hands you the sword with a sharp edge, but a rounded tip. As you hold it up to the light, he leans forward conspiratorially. I've only had this blade for 3 days, and I've felt people's jealous eyes upon it. If they come for it at night, I want to be able to give them a short, sharp stab. Customers with repair jobs will provide you with the sword that they want edited. These commissions don't have any initial billet cost, so they're perfect for making some coin when you're low on resources. Oh, okay, good. Okay, brother, let me see your sword. Okay. The customer wants his sword altered. The rounded point needs to be turned to a narrow point. Revisit the point ability to reforge it. So we want narrow point. Okay. You can change the range of many abilities. The range influenced by your ability is marked with a line. Drag the circular handle at the end of the line. Hammer it to apply your changes. Okay, so we want to... He wants a very sharp sword. Nice work. You fulfilled all the requirements. The commission is complete and you can sell the sword. I'm gonna keep going. There. But see, it seems like... should we keep going? I think that's probably good. Yeah. The man takes the sword and tests the point, smiling at the bead of blood that wells his fingertip. Then he stows it away, glancing around the camp as he does so. Folks out here will take everything from you if you ain't vigilant. Keep an eye out, Smith. He scurries away, his back hunched as though against a non-existent downpour. Oh, I got some old tools and some coin. You just received a scrap item. Go to your inventory to inspect what you received. Salvaging turns scrap items into useful resources. This costs a small amount of action points, so it's a perfect use for leftover points at the end of the day. I'll have to remember to do that. Hover over items to see the descriptions. Interact with the item to salvage it. Okay. Oh, F to the F. Okay, when your action points are spent, it's time to end the day. If you end the day with any action points left, they will be lost. So try to use them up whenever you can. Alrighty, let's end the day. Alright, so we had 2 jobs. Our first day, we're doing alright. Okay, let's explore the Eren Keep. Outer gate. I need to enter the city. I like this map. I like this art style. To get old school, like D&D mappy, like drawing the... Yeah. The outer gate. Passage into Eren Keep is barred by a colossal gate taller than a ship's mast. It was built to withstand enemy armies, but since the Masked King's ascension, it mainly keeps out the desperate masses seeking his protection. Should we approach or let's see if we can examine the magical barrier first. You know, I've been playing D&D a long time. Yeah. It's only visible in the half-light of dawn or when it pours with the rain. A faint shimmer that rises from the walls and captures Eren Keep in a vast dome. Interesting. Knowledge. Failure. Man. Its origins are shrouded in mystery, but the Masked King is somehow the key to its power. I failed the intelligence check. The barrier is why so many travel so far to camp outside these walls. This is the reason you came here, braving countless dangers. This barrier keeps the dangers of the wastelands at bay. Okay, let's approach the gate. As you approach, the portcullis rises to admit a caravan and chaos breaks out. The crowd swells like a rising tide. Refugees push forth, begging for entry. The guards batter them back with their shields. The merchant wagons barrel through, their drivers using horsewhips to lash stragglers out of the way. Call for the attention of the guard or sneak through with the wagons. Let's try to sneak. You don't get far before a guard grabs you by the shoulder and flings you down into the churned mud. Not on my watch. He gazes down at you like a fisherman disappointed with his catch. I want to enter the keep. I have coin if you could just stand aside. What good is your coin if the Masked King has me drawn and quartered as an example to the others? If you ain't citizen, I don't have worker's permit, I can't let you through. Simple. Now get out of here, applicant. Applicant, that's the euphemism the guards use to refer to the desperate hordes camping at their gate. It has a nicer ring, you suppose, than refugee. I've traveled a long way and barely survived the journey. I have useful skills. I'm a blacksmith, or head back to your tent. I have useful skills. I'm a blacksmith. Yeah, any opportunity you can use it. Every applicant who comes here is begging is a doctor or a master glassmaker or a damned alchemist. You think I was born yesterday? If you're a smith, prove it. How do you expect me to do that? I can show you a sword that I have made. If you come with me, I'll demonstrate. He's not going to leave his post. Here's a sword. Am I supposed to know it's you telling me the truth? I've got a sword too. That doesn't make me a smith. Buzz off, little fly. Oh, man. Gee. Alright, head back to the tent. You return to your tent, where your makeshift forge awaits. You're hardly at your best, but working with such limited materials, but it's all you've got for the time being. It won't be long before your cache of steel runs out. Since it seems you're going to be here longer than expected, you should make it a priority to find a merchant in this forsaken place. Okay, day 2. Here we go. Nicely done. You finished the tutorial. From today on, you'll have more action points to spend. You won't be able to complete every commission, so pick the ones you like the sound of. The game will open up from here. Don't be afraid to explore. Here are a few resources to get you started. I got 100 XP, 40 steel, 30 wood. Alright, so I can do a few little... Okay, do I have anything I can salvage? Okay, here's a resource book. Smith's Companion. Guard Cell Sword. Major sword part book teaching the following sword part designs. Okay, so... Can I use this? It doesn't say that I can. I must already know it. Okay, there's our... Alright. Ooh, look at this! Ooh, engraving. Ooh. But asymmetrical... If I really, truly want to make Thunderfury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker, I need to do asymmetrical blades. But I'd rather do this. Oh, I don't have any skill points yet. Okay. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Ooh, okay. So we only have... This is a repair. Let's see. A scruffy young man slides up to your anvil, glancing around nervously and picking a half-healed scar on his face. Ew. I found this blade in the Lost City. It's not in great condition. You think you could make it usable again? He wants sharpness? Okay. Current. 41%. So we don't want to make it much longer. Okay, 1 sharpness. Okay, so we want to do... Isn't it cross-section for the sharpness? Okay. I hope I didn't descript his sword. We want the point. Okay, he needs a better balance. Okay, so then probably... There we go. Man, that looks like a brand new sword. Look at that. Okay, let's offer it to Ezekiel. Unmet requirements. Wait a minute. Oh, it's not sharp enough yet. Not too narrow, not too broad, but it's good now. Cross section, but it's at 100%. Oh, there we go. But it says regular point. Maybe we need to kind of make it more. Oh, now the balance is messed up. Damn it. I think I just screwed up this dude. Sword. Yeah. Oh! Okay, okay, there we go. Okay. Oh my god, but it's so damn wide! Oh, gee, that looks like garbage. Oh, well, you know what? If it meets his needs... He grins as he takes the weapon, swinging it experimentally through the air. Wow, this is gonna come in handy. Thank you, Smith. Oh, Lord, that is... Oh, my God. Nameless sword, alright. Dude, I could... man, it looks like you'd use it as a spatula. Oh, well, it is what it is. Okay, here's another repair job. Okay, we've got... Alright, let's make a sword. What does it say? Young man paces restlessly near your anvil, his eyes fixed on the horizon. He wears a pack on his back and chews a long stalk of grass. I can't stay here any longer, Smith. Wasting away, begging for scraps, watching people turn into animals. This ain't a living. He gestures towards the wasteland stretching beyond the camp. Out there's where the real opportunities are. Old ruins, abandoned settlements, treasures from before the collapse. The crows, they eat well. Crows fly in flock, kid. Out here on your own, you're dead meat. You've only been hearing the tales of those who survive. Most die hungry and alone. Where are you going? What do you need from me? Most die hungry and alone. Better to die free under the open sky than rot away in this miserable camp. At least out there, a man's got a chance to make his own fortune. Where are you going? Once I have that sword in hand, I'll head east to the ruins of Dredgespike Castle. Bound to be some riches there. Won't be sorry to see the back of this wretched place. What do you want from me? Something sharp to deal with whatever I might find out there. Raiders, wild beasts, or worse. Something sharp? Okay. Sharpness, so we have to work on the width. It's a two-handed. I don't know why I do it that way. Okay, we're almost to the length he wants. But for mobility, let's see, sharpness. What do we have to do? Change the width and... Yeah, we had to change the width to make the sharpest. Oh, now we're... Maybe we should... See, he wants mobility and sharpness, so we don't... The length can't go too much longer for sharpness. I think we can probably do the point all the way down the blade. Like that. Okay, narrow point. Okay, okay. It's two-handed, but we need to do the sharp... This thing is... cross-section, I think is what we use for the sharpness, right? Oops, I hit the ant. Whoa, whoa. Alright. We don't want to change the thickness of the tip. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright. Okay, then we gotta go to the pommel. Okay, he wants a two-handed sword. Let's try this one this time, since... Oh, but why does that look dumb like that? Like, why... Why can't we... Oh, buddy. Oh, that looks like crap. I mean, oh, no! Oh, yeah, I mean, it meets everything he wants. I mean, oh, jeez. You know what? Forget it. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it live. Alright. We'll make this, yeah. Oh, no. Okay, that's fine. It's still within the bounds. Not enough resources. Okay. Material wood? Oh, Okay, that's what he wanted. Okay, fine. This looks crappy, but what can you do? I mean, I guess we could try to fix it. Right here. From there to there. Well... I don't know. We'll see if he'll take it. A nameless sword has been made. He hefts the blade, testing its balance with a few experimental swings. A splendid blade. He sheathes the sword and shoulders his pack, looking out over the camp with a smoky wisp and sullen faces and coughing echoes. Wish me luck. Try not to get yourself killed on the first day. You're a damn fool. That's what I would say. You are a damn fool. Sitting outside the keep's walls, dying of plague and hunger, waiting for some miracle to grant you entry? That looks like foolishness to me, Smith. He walks off toward the camp's edge, his new sword swaying at his hip. You watch as the wasteland swallows him in dust. Oh lord, look at this. Well, I mean, hey, as long as the customer likes it, I guess it's fine. I mean, that's kind of an around, looks like garbage. But anyway, oh well, he accepted it. I'm not gonna complain. You have earned a skill point. Oh, I got to level 2. Open the skill tree and spend it on improvements. Advanced swordsmithing. Unlocks the advanced cross-section controls. Sword part scaling. Okay, you can make the parts bigger and small. That's not important. What's about asymmetrical blades? Oh, no, no, no. We want this one. We want this one. We want to be able to control the edge thickness and things a little closer. I think this will be helpful for me because I'm having a little bit of difficulty if you didn't notice. All right. Now, let's back up out of here. We have one more. We can fix this dude's sword. A desperate-looking man shuffles forward, unwrapping a battered blade from a dirty cloth. I haven't taken proper care of this. Been too focused on just surviving. Could you fix it? Yeah, why not? Let's try. We can try. We can try. The blade length is how he wants it, but it needs to be a lighter weight, so we want to make it thinner, probably. Okay. Is that it? Yeah, offer it. Your blade is not sharp. Say what? Well, it's got everything he wants. Well... How do I... Oh, now it's not the right weight. Oh, that's why you switch it. Oh, now it's too heavy. See, you know. Okay, but we want it. Okay. Polished blade. How did... Oh, here we go. Let's zoom out a bit. But he doesn't want the tip touched. He wants a broad point. Oh, oh gosh, we're screwing this all up, aren't we? Okay, well, let's do this. Alright, it looks like it meets all the criteria. Let's offer it. How does it, your blade is not sharp? What? Oh, lordy. Oh, I see. Right here it says red. Okay, okay. It's this, right? There it is. There it is. There it is. Alright. But now it's not... Oh, my lord. Okay, we're gonna change the thickness. We're gonna turn the hammer upside down. Oh, that makes it even lighter. Oh. There! Alright. He examines the repaired weapon with amazement, running his fingers along the restored metal. It's like you brought it back from the dead. I owe you, Smith. That is a cool look. I like that hilt. I like that, like, copper. Oh god, did I ruin the end of it, though? I'm afraid to look. Alright, that is all we have for our action points. End the day. We have 126 coins. Okay, explore the keep. The camp or the outer gate? Let's see if we can buy some more materials. Outside the walls of Eren Keep, desperate souls gather in makeshift tents, pleading for entry. Scavenge for food or introduce yourself. Let's see if we can find somebody that might have some materials we can use. The tents near you are mostly occupied by unfriendly, suspicious folk. Oh, just like real life. No, I'm just kidding. They spit on the ground when you approach and ward you off with threatening gestures. My goodness. There's one exception, however, a young woman who actually smiles as you approach, though her eyes are haunted and hollow set. Glad to see you're feeling better. You were on death's door for a while there. You looked after me? Not exactly. I dragged you to safety after you fell off of your horse. Well, thank you. No problem. The old woman did most of the work nursing you back to health. So the old lady was real? I checked in now and then, but she told me you were still recovering. Where is she, anyway? I haven't seen her in days. She was gone by the time I woke up. You just handed me over to a random stranger. No idea. Let me know if you run into her. I'd like to thank her. I'd say she was gone by the time I woke up. Huh, strange. I assumed she was a relative of yours. Must have been just a kind-hearted old soul. Count your blessings. There's not many of those around this camp. Hi, it's nice to see a friendly face around here. Lovely neighborhood, isn't it? Do you have any food? Nice to be a friendly face. I don't want to go around... Hey, you got any food? And it's good to meet you, too. Name's Sherv, short for Shervana. But only my mother calls me that, and she's been dead for 10 years. She's painfully thin and covered in grime, much like everyone else around the camp. She's the first person you've seen smile, though. What do you imagine goes on in Eren Keep? I'm starting to forget what civilization used to look like. As long as it's better than here, I don't care what it looks like. In Eren Keep, everyone eats like an emperor and the streets are paved with beer. I lead out that. It's safe in there. The Masked King looks after his people. It's somewhere you can set up shop, build a real business, and not just scrape by. Yeah, let's pick number 4. Well, not just scrape by. You make it sound so easy. I wish I had a skill I could build a business around. All I know how to do is survive one day to the next. She lapses into silence. Somewhere in the distance, a scream rings out. You both try to ignore it. Do you know anyone selling materials I could use, or say you're good? Do you know anybody selling materials I could use for my forge? I heard someone say that there's a scrap peddler in the Lost City selling all sorts of things. Be careful if you go to the Lost City, though. That place gives me the shivers. A new location has been marked on your map, the Lost City. Say your goodbyes. Before you can leave, Shove grabs your arm. There's a wild desperation in her eyes. I've been stuck here for weeks, and not everyone in camp is as friendly as you. Not sure how much longer I can last. A refund for your... What? What is this? A refund for a purchase is currently pending. A refund request for your purchase has been sent to our payment provider. What? What is this? I didn't pay for anything. Oh no! I bought Old Man OG a game. You guys didn't see it. I'll cut that out. Can you do me a favor? If you get into Eren Keep before me, find a fellow named Lucas Boriona. He's my uncle. If he knew I was out here, he'd help me. I'm sure of it. Of course, I'll let him know you're here. You really think you get him before you? You've been here longer than I have. I won't make any promises. And no, I'll look for him. Yeah, I'll definitely let him know she's there. Thank you. She rubs her eyes. Look at me, getting my hopes up. Lucas Boriona. Remember the name. Shiv lifts her hand in farewell as you walk away from her tent. Her smile is as fragile as porcelain. Scavenge for food. The tragedy of the applicant's camp is indescribable. So is the smell. There are no sewers out here, and not everyone bothers to go to the outskirts to use the latrines. Oh, nah. Oh, no. Tucked away from squalor, you find a pocket where desperation hasn't completely taken hold. Children are playing in the mud. A few scrawny chickens peck at the ground, miraculously uneaten. Oh, yeah, this is interesting. As you pick your way through, weary eyes track your movement from tent flaps. Someone calling out to alert their neighbors to the presence of a newcomer. Oh no, are they going to try to rob me? At the center of this little commune, you find a family crouched around a cooking pot, simmering with meats and scrounged vegetables. A little girl tosses a handful of wild herbs into the stew. Your mouth waters. Approach them, definitely. I might be able to buy a bowl of soup. A father and mother, a gaggle of children, a grandmother with a face like an ancient apple, even a dog rolling on its back in the dirt, tongue wagging. They're rough-looking sorts, filthy and gaunt. But you're not exactly presentable yourself these days. As you get closer, the man twitches aside his cloak and reveals a heavy wooden club. His wife's hand darts to a dagger in her belt. The dog snarls, hackles raised. They all look at you carefully, awaiting your next move. Introduce yourself, pet the dog, give me food, don't ask questions, back away. I'm going to introduce myself. A bearded man says, "Ho there, stranger. Name's Bennett Maunder. This is my wife, Trianne, and her ma, Gaida. I can't take you through the names of the nippers, too, if you'd like. But get 'em mixed up myself." The young woman smiles wanly, withdrawing her hand from the dagger's hilt. The old woman just nods, her expression lost in a mass of wrinkles. The children cluster behind their father, peeping at you and giggling. And this mutt's name is Clodo? Chlorophyll? I don't know. But he's a good boy. He keeps the vultures away. With the world's vultures, Bennett's expression darkens. Clodo sneezes disdainfully. Vultures? What's in the pot? It smells incredible. Pleasure to meet you. Let's ask about the vultures. Aye, human vultures. Oh, nah. He doesn't elaborate further, but his shoulders stiffen. What's in the pot? Smells incredible. It only smells good from the looks of you. You haven't eaten a proper meal in weeks. Come on, pull up a rock, grab a bowl. Its hugely generous gesture. Meat out here is as precious as gold, and the man has children to feed. Sit down and join the meal. Don't I get an option to give him the coin, though? It's hot and thick and rich with meat. It's the best thing you've ever tasted. For the first time in weeks, the hunger in your belly ceases its howling. How long have you been camping out here, Bennett? Almost 2 months now. Every day I beg the guards to let us through, but they're not interested in the likes of us. They offered us a trade, though. They'll take our nippers in and keep them safe if Trian and I go work ourselves to death in their mines. But then who would look after old Gilday? Yeah, you don't want to human traffic your kids, sir. No, you don't want to do that. What do you think of that, Gilda? You should take the offer. I agree Gilda wouldn't survive out here alone. Aye, that's the truth of it, so we're stuck out here for the time being. Don't worry, though. We'll find a way to get ourselves past that gate. Where did you find all this food? You see those big merchant caravans that come trundling through the camp every day? A box of rations fell off the back of one of those. That's some luck, ain't it? It fell off. Okay, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, it just fell off, eh? A little risky, isn't it, to steal that much food? Teach me your ways, yeah. In truth, I'm not sure I could do it again. The timing was perfect. The guards were distracted, the merchants had all caught the wasting fever and could barely lift their heads. You can't rely on that kind of luck. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you, and I'll see you later. Away from the Maunders, the atmosphere of the camp reasserts itself. Unfriendly glares, distant sobbing. You draw your coat close around yourself and hurry back to your tent. You climb into your bedroll, enjoying the rare feeling of a full belly. You are now well fed. Alright, let's take a look and see what we've got today. We've got a repair or... I like making them from scratch, honestly. Let's see what we can do with this one. Bennett Maunder. Oh, that's our buddy. Approaches your anvil with Chodo trotting faithfully beside him. The dog's tail wags in recognition as he spots you. Good tidings, Smith. Just thought I'd drop by to take a look at your forge. It's a nice little setup you've got here, ain't it? I was lucky. The forge was already here when I arrived. Not really. If I had a proper forge, you'd be stunned by what I could... No, I'm not gonna brag. It's not bad. I was lucky. That is a stroke of luck. Still, there's a lot of abandoned stuff lying around the camp. People die and leave their things behind. He pauses to scratch Cholo behind the ears and straightens with a sigh. To tell the truth, Smith, this ain't a social call. I was looking to commission a blade from you. Any experience? What can I offer you? I don't have much coin, but I've got goods to barter. Stuff I've scavenged from wrecked wagons and ruined farmhouses. Clodo whines softly and nudges against Bennett's leg. My children, Trian, old Gilda, they're depending on me to keep them safe, Smith. Please. That's got to be worth something. Yes, sir. Okay, so he wants a fast blade that's rather short. So he wants a short sword, one-handed, broad point. So he wants a slashing weapon. All right, brother, let's go. But we've got... I gotta get to the length he wants first. Let's zoom out a bit. Alright, so we've got the right length, but we need to... Okay, so it's got to be narrow and light. So we probably... But he wants a one... What's a Booksmith's Companion? You know what? It's probably going to be faster as a narrower blade. I would think. There we go. Okay. But I don't understand what the... use parts from the specific book until the requirement is fulfilled. Parts are marked with a star. Okay, alright. Okay, so we've got the blade done. He wants a one-handed broad point. Okay. Point. He wants a broad point, so we want it just to... Okay, good enough. Nope. Turn it over. There we go. Alright, so we need the parts that he wants from the... Okay, so either one of these. Okay, this is for our buddy. So what do you... Let's use that. That looks like garbage, man. But, I mean, it says that's what he wants. I mean, what are you gonna do? It's a one-hander, and he wants it to be speedy. I would say probably a lighter... Probably that. That tip looks terrible. Nope. Nope, can't do that. Okay, I mean, if that's what he wants, that's what I guess what he's getting, you know. Alright, let's offer it to Ben. It's not sharp. Oh yeah, we have to do cross-section. But he wants a broad tip, so we want to probably do this. I don't know, maybe we do want to... Let's do that. I think we're good here. Wait, how do I... A nameless sword. I don't know how we name the sword yet. Bennett takes the sword with reverent hands, his weathered face lighting up. Choldo wags his tail. I don't know much about swords, Smith, but this one feels good in my hands. He makes a few careful practice swings, testing the weapon's weight and reach while Clodo watches approvingly. If any more vultures circle around my family, they'll find more than they bargained for. Between Clodo's teeth and his blade, the Mounders can hold their own ground. Give regards to Trian and the children. I will indeed. They'll be pleased to know you're looking out for us. Thank you, Smith. Here, take this. Found it in the ruins. He produces a gleaming necklace that's clearly valuable. Nice. This is too much. I can't take that. Please, out of everyone in this forsaken camp, you're the only decent person I've met. We have to look out for each other. If you ever need anything, company, a hot meal, whatever, you know where to find us. Come on, Clodo. Accept the offer. Oh my god, look how narrow I made it! I mean, if it meets their requirements, man, they're gonna get what they get. And that is Bladesong. Please subscribe, share, and like for more, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day.